Hey guys, Tanner with Westcott here. Today we're going to be doing an install video on the new Westcott Designs ladder for the 2025 6th Gen 4Runner. Okay guys, the tools you're going to need to install your Westcott Designs ladder are an interior trim removal tool, a center punch, a 4mm Allen wrench, a 1/2 inch socket, a 10mm socket, and a drill with a 5/16 drill bit. So what's included in our ladder kit are a couple of brackets and the ladder itself. We got the main bracket here that goes on the rear wing. We got an internal bracket that you have to drill and install on the inside of the wing for support. And we have a plate that goes on the bottom side of the hatch that will sandwich the hatch to the ladder so that it's supported on the top and the bottom. Then you're going to install the ladder onto those brackets. We've got a bolt-on bracket below that'll sandwich the hatch on the bottom, and we have a bracket on the top that will bolt onto our plate on top of the wing so you're supported on the top and the bottom of the ladder. Okay, so you're gonna wanna get your 6th Gen 4Runner in a place where you can open and close the hatch and work with a well enough surrounding so that you don't bump into stuff. We're gonna start by taking off the plastic on the lower portion of the rear wing, and then we're gonna open the hatch and take the bolts out so that the wing can be removed from the truck. This piece is just installed with red clips that pop out of position. You can set this off to the side. Now we're gonna open the hatch and remove the bolts that hold our wing onto the hatch. Okay, now that we got our hatch open, we're gonna remove these rubber plugs in the bottom of the hatch that expose 10mm bolts. There's 4 of them in the hatch. You can take these rubber plugs and set them off to the side right now. There's gonna be 4 bolts underneath these holes and 2 bolts on the side of the hatch that need to be removed. With our hatch open, we need to remove the back plastic panel so that we can get onto the inside and install our sandwich plate. So we're gonna start first by popping out our switch panel and then popping off the black plastic. Once you get the switch panel off, there's 2 plugs that need to be unplugged, a white one and a black one. You can set this off to the side. After you get the switch panel taken off, you're gonna wanna take off this latch cover, set it off to the side. After the switch panel and the latch cover are removed, you're gonna have to remove this entire black plastic cover. It's held on by just plastic push rivets, so don't pull too hard so you don't break anything, but all you have to do is get behind it and pop it out from the mounting holes. We need to take off this back speaker cover so that you can get inside to install the sandwich plate. Those are 10mm bolts. You can just remove them, set them off to the side. Some more plastic push pins hold this onto the hatch. Just need to pop them off. Be careful not to break them. Okay, with our back interior piece removed and our speaker panel removed, we're gonna close the hatch and remove the wing off the truck so that we can drill the proper holes for our mounting plate. Okay, with our internal hardware taken out of the wing, the only thing holding it on is plastic clips again. We need to have some force to remove this from the truck. Be careful not to break it. On the underside of the wing, there is a light plug that we need to unplug so that the wing can come off the vehicle. Remove the wing and set it on a table so we can mark it out for drilling. So included in your ladder assembly kit is a template that will show you how to locate and drill the holes in your wing. With the holes drilled in our wing, we're going to take our interior mounting plate and prep our adhesive tape and our mounting hardware. With our interior plate prepped for install, we can install it into the holes we drilled into the wing. With our interior panel ready to install, we're going to take our exterior panel and prep that for install by removing the adhesive tape protective layer. Okay, with our exterior mounting panel prepped and ready to install, we're going to turn our wing up and line up the 3 mounting holes and gently press the plate onto the wing and install our hardware. Now that we have our interior mounting panel and exterior mounting panel prepped on the wing, we need to make sure it's ready for install back onto the vehicle. Some of these plastic push pins will fall out or stay on the vehicle. Make sure you take them all out and put them in their appropriate places so that when you install it, everything's back to OEM. Now that our wing is prepped with our interior plate and our exterior plate, we're gonna make sure all the push pins are in the appropriate places to install the wing for good. With our wing reinstalled, we're going to open up the hatch and install the 10mm bolts that hold the wing onto the hatch. With the bolts in place, we can pop in the remaining grommets and close the hatch. We're now going to tighten our hardware on the mounting plate and mock up our ladder so that we can put the bracket on the bottom of the hatch and mark out the holes we need to drill. Okay, with our wing attached and ready to go, we're going to take the ladder and install it onto our upper bracket. We have to have the hatch open a little bit so that we can feed our lower bracket under the hatch first and then the top of the ladder onto the mounting bracket. With our ladder mocked up and in position, we're going to mark these holes in the bottom of the hatch and drill them with a 5/16 drill bit. We already have the holes drilled to save some time, but we recommend you take the ladder off and drill the holes so that you don't damage the ladder while drilling. Okay, with the provided hardware and the interior mounting strip that goes in the bottom of the hatch, we're going to feed it in through the hole of the speaker that we removed earlier and feed our hardware in from the bottom of the hatch. With our mounting plate installed and our hardware fastened into the holes, we're going to tighten up the hardware. So we're going to close the hatch one more time, check all our hardware, and then put the plastic pieces back onto the hatch. With our ladder hardware all the way tight, we're going to put our black plastic piece on underneath the wiper arm. Don't forget to plug the plug back in and snap this into place. Okay, with our interior plastic reinstalled, we're going to go back to the interior side of the hatch, starting with our speaker cover. Okay, with our speaker cover installed and all the bolts tight and the speaker plugged back in, we're going to put the cover panel back on the hatch. Okay guys, that's how you install your Westcott Designs ladder on your 6th Gen 4Runner. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe for more videos like this.